Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Check it. Gang, gang. Yeah, what's going on?
What up,
4G
yo?
Audio Podcast. My name's Styles the Prophet, as you already fucking know. And like always, I got my boy B Show in the house.
That's what's up. You know what it is.
Mike Jones making the thing. Mike Jones. Oh, shit. Oh,
I
shit.
know Mike Jones.
Who? Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Ben Jones, Jonesy, working the fucking ones and twos or whatever you call it in this world. And tonight we got motherfucking Dashype in the house.
What's up,
Gang.
everyone?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for coming out, homie.
Seriously, I'm
Thank
excited.
you for having me, man.
Yeah,
I
no,
appreciate it.
anytime.
I appreciate it.
I also really appreciate whenever I was walking across the street that one time and you're like, yo, you're with the podcast. And like, shit, man. Like, shit. You recognize that shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it's like I followed you guys on Instagram, right? Like, not like, I guess slowly, systematically. I don't know if I follow all you guys, but
Yeah.
like,
I think you might now. Yeah.
I remember hearing about the podcast from Trenchfoot.
Yeah.
Shout out Trenchfoot boys.
Big ups,
Yeah.
Trenchfoot. Yeah, Shake was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, a couple of my boys are, they started a podcast, man. It's like pretty cool. You should check it out. So like I did. I was like, yeah, you know what? This is sick. Like, yo.
Yo, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. And
Welcome, welcome.
I could tell, like, you guys are familiar, even though we haven't, like, all formally met. Or
Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I gotta start this off.
Hey, okay there, buddy? What the fuck just happened?
Wrong hole.
Oh, just choking my beer. We're good, though. I think it came out my nose.
Yeah,
you got a little,
wipe the nose.
you got
Yeah,
a little
wipe it.
schnoz thing going on.
Oh, fuck it, man.
Yeah, I gotta start this off. I've been super curious, man. Where did you come up with the name Dashype?
Yo, okay, it's a pretty cool story, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually not. It's actually pretty lame.
I was
story.
excited to hear this.
Okay,
actually.
so like, I think it was like the 10th grade, like Christmas break. I'd just gotten an iPod Touch. You know how things work.
Retro.
You know, and like all of my friends were getting Instagram. Like everyone, like Instagram was the new wave.
Yeah.
Like that's how it was. You know, so like I had gone to Toronto to go see some family over the holidays, and I was sitting in the hotel room. You know,
Yeah.
just downloaded Instagram. It's like, what do you want your username to be?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, that's tough.
It
Like,
is
this
a tough
I know.
decision, man.
I was like, this.
I always think of good ones when I'm not making up one. And then
You're
whenever
not-
I go to make one, I'm like, what was that one I thought of 3
just
months
a
ago?
clean slate in mind, you know.
I just hear like the Jeopardy theme song.
Yeah. It plays a lot in my head. Sorry, man.
It's cool. It's cool. What was I gonna say? So,
You're in the hotel room.
At-
Coming up with your username.
yeah, coming up with the username.
Sorry, man.
So, at the time, the word, like, instead of saying like that's lit,
Yeah.
you know, everyone
It's
was
hype.
saying, yo, that's hype.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, that's hype. Yo,
You're
I just
right.
got an A on my math exam. Like, oh, that's hype,
Yeah.
man. Like, that's hype. Yo,
Oh.
we're about to go get lit at the forest, whatever. Like, we're about
The
to, you know,
forest.
the forest, the back
Yeah.
forest.
Shout out to the forest.
Shout out
getting
the
lit.
Yeah.
back forest. Yeah, no, we're about to get lit. Oh, that's hype. That's hype. So I was sitting there in the hotel room and I was like, damn, I need a name that's hype. You know, like I need something that's hype.
Yeah.
Something hype.
It's right
That's
there
something
under your
that's
nose.
hype. That's hype.
Yeah.
That's hype. That's hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
you know
hype,
what?
bro.
I'll roll with it. So
Yeah.
it was like my Instagram name for like 3 years, 4 years before I started rapping.
Okay.
Okay.
Before I actually started actually sitting down and writing lyrics seriously.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, man. It came about like that, and like when I started rapping, I was like, oh, what do I want my rap name to be? I'm like, oh, it could just be Dashype, like
Might as well, right?
low effort. It's a
Yeah.
sick name. Nobody's using it.
It's already
anywhere.
there.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, man.
Like
It works.
Absolutely, yo. It is a dope name.
Yeah.
That's
Well, see,
why
I thought it was, so it's like that type, right? Like that type,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
I thought it was like, I'm not sure, but I think Das in German
German is
is the, so I thought it was like the hype. Like he is the hype, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I thought that maybe what it was.
it's got kind of like
But-
that double meaning in there, but to
Yeah,
be
double
honest, like when I
entendre.
was thinking of it, like that's not what I was.
Yeah, you're thinking like that's hype.
Yo,
Like,
that's hype.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's hype.
Like that's how you would
How
spell
it works. Like I've gotten,
that's hype.
I've gotten
Like, yeah,
asked,
that's
like,
hype.
I've gotten asked like, oh, are you like part German? And I'm like, no.
No, yeah, it has nothing to do with that. Yeah.
It's everything
I
that
like that
costs.
though.
Yeah, man.
That's hype.
But yeah, no, it came about like kind of just that simple. You
Yeah.
know? And it just stuck. It stuck throughout the years. People like it.
Yeah.
When I explain it, it's always kind of tough. Like I feel like I feel like I got a bit of a lisp. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Like,
I don't hear it.
maybe.
I don't
like,
notice it, but I didn't notice my buddy's lisp that I knew since I was 4 years old till we were like fucking 17 or 18. So I could just be
Like,
not noticing it.
Yeah.
I can definitely articulate myself when I'm trying, but like
Yeah.
when I'm not paying attention, like I get pretty lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a bit of a slur kind of sometimes. Not even slur, like I run shit together whenever I'm
You
like
just-
super
yeah, you
baked
don't
or
fully
like whatever.
enunciate a
Yeah,
word, you know?
yeah. And I can
Exactly.
even feel it in
You
my
don't even
mouth.
move
I'm
your
like,
mouth or your
yeah,
tongue,
yeah.
Exactly. So like when I tell people my name, they're like, "Oh, yo, what's your rap name?" And I'm like, "Dashype." And they're like, "Oh, Sype." And I'm like, "No, Dashype." And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah. that
oh,
makes
like
sense.
oh, that's hype." They're like, "That's hype."
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while, like I'll be on the bus and I'll hear people use like, "Oh, that's hype." They hear their friends say something.
Yeah,
and it's like that's
totally.
hype, and I'm like, okay, so the term still kind of like lingers. You know, it still
Absolutely.
resonates.
It's out
It's
there.
still
Oh,
there. You
hell
know.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
And even if it's not, it still works as a dope rap name. So
It does,
fucking there
yeah.
you go.
Fucking right, yeah.
That's
I like
right.
it.
I've been
Yo.
thinking like maybe I should change it, but I'm like, what would I change it to? Like I'm Das.
That's
man.
what
Like,
you are, yeah. And if none of you have figured it out by now, we're sitting here with Dashype.
Oh, what's
You know
up,
what I'm
man?
saying?
Aha. Nice meeting y'all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, gang, gang.
Yeah, man.
Whole show.
Shit, man. So cute. So did you perform at that show that we were all at that one time,
yeah, I
Mr.
was gonna
Jones?
ask that.
The Mr. Jones. So shout outs
Shout
Mr.
out.
Jones.
Yeah. World peace.
OG. Shout outs World Peace, man. That was crazy.
Shit, he
This is
came
Yeah.
up on my Facebook today. Something he posted something or whatever.
Yo,
Yeah.
honestly, like side note, World Peace is like the craziest, most positively charged.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, man.
absolutely.
Yeah,
the
man.
energy he gave
Like-
off, man. I told him too.
At first,
I
I was
had
like,
to. It's
I
like,
was like, this
man.
guy's a, like, I felt like he was kind of corny. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But then like, well, fuck, he had us shaking these bottles. He like, you want one too? I'm like, I guess. He throws it to me. We're shaking these bottles and stuff, and he's talking about in the song or whatever. It was kind of like a cheesy little song too, but he said something about making you smile.
Hmm.
And I'm standing there with a big, stupid fucking grin on my face, shaking the bottle. And went, did make
It's
me
working.
smile. Like, yeah, I was like, oh shit, I like this guy.
That's the
Yeah.
thing, man. Yo, it's people like that like you know, you see it like for a second and you think, yo, that couldn't have been real. Like that couldn't have been serious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like that. There's no way that person was being like genuine, but like, yo, that's the thing. This guy is like 100% that. He's like
Absolutely.
100% positive. Anyway, we're going off track. Mr. Jones, shout out Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
He did a tour across Canada. And then like he finished it off like in Ottawa and then on the Gatineau side.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he invited my homie Lil G.
Lil G.
Lil G to Don. Shout outs Lil G to Don.
Shout out.
Actually, matter of fact, we got a song coming out in the next couple of
There
weeks.
you
Oh,
go.
shit.
Stay
Heard it
tuned.
here.
Keep watching.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he asked my homie Lil G. They've been boys for eons. Since the
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, asked him to do a set for that show. And we performed that song that's about to drop.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, there,
Okay.
were, like, there weren't that many people there. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't.
Yeah, I found there's a bit of a crowd. There's something about it. Like crowds come out for that local opener, and they come and
Yeah,
go.
they got
and
their
then once
homie or
they
something.
gone, they gone.
Exactly, and then they peace out.
Yeah.
Man, I like to make a habit, like if I can, if I'm not too like laid after I
Ah.
perform. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not
rest
too
in
like
peace.
cooked after I perform, like I try and stay for anyone else who's performing.
Yeah.
You know, like you might see someone good, you might see the person you want to do a feature with next. Like you know,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's it,
It's
yeah.
all about
See, if
networking,
you
and
just hear new sounds.
Yeah.
Bottom line, like
And for us too, like fucking
that's what we do. Yeah,
prospects and shit,
we
right?
stick, yeah, we stick
Mhm.
around.
But at the same time too, I was thinking of this the other day. Someone said something about, we were talking about we missed somebody. We were like, oh yeah, we missed their set or whatever because we showed up later. But it was because it was a big artist playing later, and we were like getting drunk and shit, right?
Yeah,
And so we didn't show up until like
it was time.
like
to go
right
on.
to go for fucking whoever it was, whatever, right?
Yeah,
And I was saying, I'm like, well, like in my head, I was thinking like, that's because, you know what I mean? Like, it's different, right? In that sense, we were there like when it started, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the last show we went to was we were there when it started, like the
Yeah.
Aaron Cohen and shit, right?
yeah, we were there.
But then like, say, I don't know, like even Tech Nine, we showed up late for that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we missed
Fetty Wap
everybody.
as well.
And yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We showed
But
up
it's
to
because
see
we're like,
that-
yeah, cheering up,
Yeah,
fucking whatever.
yeah,
We like, let's stay
exactly.
here and drink as long as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go on at 9. Like, all right.
Classic rapper behavior, bro.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
skip the sound check entirely. Like you're like, fuck it, my DJ knows all the songs, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, and then pull up like 5 minutes to half an hour after you're supposed to start.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But
You know
but
it's getting
usually
pushed
they're
back.
fucking late. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So yeah, you know.
But
I guess it's all about just waiting for that crowd to show up.
mhm.
I know that's what.
That's
it's
the thing
all
too, man. Like, it's pretty tough. Like, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know if anyone else feels this, but like, unless you're doing like an outdoor show, you know, it's like sunny out or some shit, you can't be doing like a high energy set
I feel you.
before 10 p.m.
about. Yo, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people
sure.
like, especially like specifically in Ottawa, like people are gonna be staying at home and catching the Uber at like 11:30.
Yeah.
You know, like
For
they're gonna
sure.
be like, okay, we're gonna sit at home, pre-drink. We don't really want to see the openers unless our boy's performing.
Yeah.
You know, so we're gonna pull up, 11:30 midnight, and then we'll get in, and then we'll see whoever we want to see, and then we'll fuck off. You know,
Yeah.
Um,
Totally. I feel like it's.
You think that happens
I don't
in
know,
all
the-
cities too, or like just
no.
like because like I feel like Ottawa's just got this like weird shadow over it
It's-
where like
It's a
feel like
that's a
it's-
good way to explain it. It's
there's something in the air, man.
it
Yeah.
like looks like everyone's helping each other, but it looks like also no one's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I just
It's
even
one
for
of-
like
it's
bigger
one of my-
artists and like everyone skips Ottawa, you know what I mean? Like it's like we just
Yeah.
can't seem to get like a big crowd going there. Like people
well,
like
what-
really.
oh, you mean like the scene wise and shit too? Yeah, yeah.
Just from
Well,
oh
no,
ahead.
you go ahead,
I
man.
was gonna say just from what I've seen, like artists who come to Ottawa that
Yeah.
don't perform at like Scotiabank Place, you know what I mean? That are like not that big, like smaller time, you know? Not
Yeah.
like, whoever. They're not massive, you know.
Yeah.
They'll perform at places like Bourbon Room,
Barry
Motors.
smaller venues
Yeah.
that, aren't necessarily, I'm not even trying to throw shade, but just aren't necessarily as organized, not even equipped to deal with like the magnitude that they're on.
Yeah.
you
So they
know,
pack it out.
They'll pull up right before they're supposed to go on.
Yeah, he said did that.
It's usually a really whack experience for them.
Yeah.
Something like usually goes pretty wrong.
Yeah.
Like every artist that's coming up will do a show in Ottawa, and then after that they won't come
They're
back.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once they hit that Blues Fest stage, usually.
That's
I
pretty-
I seen
yeah.
GE.
You get a lot of
Easy,
Toronto
Logic.
and Montreal, but
Not
like,
that they hit any smaller venues. MGK did though, and then
MGK
he
alone.
hit the Blues Fest stage. So now he's the test. If he don't come back, we know our answer.
Yeah. But no, but that makes sense though, because like even what Chris Webby,
Yeah.
what like
First
not
time
that he
ever
was
here,
like
eh?
not that he was like in any danger or like whatever, but just so many fucking people packed in that place.
Yeah.
And then
I
what
mean, it
was
was-
the other one? Ace. Oh yeah, you guys went for there
No,
for
we
Ace
weren't there
Hood.
for Ace
Ace
I went to Ace Hood,
Hood.
man. Seriously, I'm like, I thought he was upstairs because there's a spot upstairs with people chilling shit sometimes. And like, I was upstairs hanging out, and I'm like, where the fuck? I was with Kenny, and
Oh, okay.
so I'm like, I don't know, like, where the fuck's Ace Hood? Like, when's he coming in and shit, whatever. And like the place was like Mercules was packed.
Yeah.
Ace Hood was half,
probably turned.
man. Oh yeah, and like, so whenever he came in,
Yeah.
it was like him and like an entourage, like a couple of like bodyguards and shit.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
they were
have to
like-
go through the crowd.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they came through the front door
Oh,
because
okay,
they rolled
okay.
up right when it was
Oh,
fucking
okay,
time, and
yeah.
like I'm pretty sure it was even like you said, like show up fucking half an hour after.
Yeah.
Because they were like chilling, listening to music or whatever, and like yeah, he came through the fucking front door and like through the crowd and stuff, and like there wasn't even enough room for him to like go up the stairs onto the stage and shit.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
like, I mean, not that there was like a bad experience, but I know what you mean. Like in that scenario, everyone's all like tight and like it's all jammed right into like. It's like you're too small for that stadium,
like-
but you're too big for that fucking
like-
Bourbon Room. Or
It's like
Yeah.
Ottawa's
such,
like the middle spot between doing Montreal and Toronto.
Yeah.
And like it's if it's like a standing room only venue and it's not your hometown, you're like most of these artists are like even from the U.S. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're in a different country.
yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're uncomfortable, you're not gonna want to put yourself through that again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna
Yeah,
want. Nobody
exactly.
wants to put themselves in situations where they don't feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
And like this is what they're doing. Like a lot of these artists love doing. Like they love doing shows. You know, they love making people jump.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a main reason I do it.
Well, like,
But if you don't feel comfortable doing it, why the fuck are you doing it?
yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I can't
you
even
see-
do that. Honestly,
see Aaron-
I've tried so many times. Like
You see Aaron Cohen's post recently? It's him fucking. He's like crouched down in front of the crowd on the
Brutal.
stage.
fucking
He's
brutal.
crouched down in front of the crowd on the stage, and he's like giving the finger. And they're,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
taking
I
a
saw
picture
that.
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking crowd is huge,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like fucking well compared to what.
What
Here,
he's,
man,
yeah, what, yeah.
the crowds in America, they're packed every time. You know,
Oh,
in
wow.
small in the small
Also, that was
venues.
Webby and Jaron Benton
Yeah,
too, but
you're
still, like,
A little more popular. But yeah, I'm actually shocked Chance the Rapper's coming to Ottawa.
what? When?
Yo.
On his tour,
I'm not
November 5th.
Where?
CTC.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
usually,
really?
so going back to what we were just talking about, usually like people of his status would skip Ottawa, and I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like I don't know what it would be Ottawa wise, but I also feel like they're like, you know what, we got fans in Ottawa, they'll come to Toronto or Montreal. It's close enough. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I feel like Ottawa is just like maybe doing
I'm-
the three cities is like
I've only done that for like I've only gone to another city to see another artist perform
done it
like
2 times.
maybe a couple of times
I've done it
max. Like
Yeah.
a few I've done
And it's
I've done
'cause
Montreal
you-
a few times
Yeah.
and then I've done Toronto like I think once.
Yeah, and you really wanted to see
Like I
these people,
really I
yeah.
couldn't not do it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like I didn't want to let it slip away.
Yeah, I hear that.
You know?
man. Yo, I flew to BC to see Eminem, yo, live.
Honestly,
at a
reasonable.
festival.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I saw him at Oshaga as well.
When was this? When was it?
2014,
That's crazy.
Squamish Music Fest.
Squamish.
Check it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. I saw Nos as well.
That must have been fantastic.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah,
it was a
dude.
dope time, man. One of the best experiences of my life.
That must have been crazy,
Yeah,
man.
it
I'd love to see Nas live. man.
Yeah, and actually, he only performed Illmatic start to front. Like,
Oh.
that's what it was.
Crazy.
That's like
I'm not
the
even-
hip hop album.
that- yeah,
and
man,
shit
that's like a
that.
Look
fucking-
it up.
Iconic album.
Yeah, put a fucking stamp on it.
Yeah, to see that perform live, that's
Yeah,
an
man, it was
experience.
sick. He was on right before Bruno Mars, actually.
Yeah, but
No
no
way,
more.
seriously?
Yeah.
Yo,
Um,
Bruno Mars, he's kind of killing it though.
Yeah,
Dude, man,
yeah,
I've seen
that
videos of
dude-
this dude when he was like fucking like 8 or like 5 even. He was like a little kid, like rocking the
yeah.
stage and shit, you know?
yeah, he's like fucking. Well, he did all the drums on Ed Sheeran's new album.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He does all like his own music and shit. Like
Mhm.
he's like very talented that way.
Super talented.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, speaking of that, where do you record your shit?
Where or do I?
Where do you like? Yeah. Where do you?
I have a couple of different places. Like I got a couple of studios. Kind of low key. I don't like sharing. Like
No, you don't. Yeah,
I don't like.
no,
I,
I get
don't like
that.
sharing.
Yeah.
Period.
That's
If
his.
I find something like super sick, I'll give you something a little bit. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But
Oh,
no,
yeah, you
like,
can come here anytime if
Yeah.
you need
Yeah,
to.
you can record.
Let me know.
Oh, say word.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say, man? Recently I've been recording with Trenchfoot a lot.
Oh, okay.
Shout out.
So is that where you
Big up-
recorded
big
that
ups.
yeah. collab? Yeah.
Yeah, so like any collabs that we have, like we have a bunch of songs on the on the back
Yeah,
burner
yeah.
right now. We're gonna be releasing a couple of projects pretty soon, but
Dope.
anything you see, it's like Trenchfoot or like Shake and Dashype, you know, Trenchfoot and Dashype, is recorded as Kurt. And like
Nice.
the thing I like enjoy about recording with him is like he's first of all he's got like a very colorful like musical background like
Yeah.
before producing, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like he has an ear for music. Like a lot of these people, they don't, you know, they're just like, oh, yo, I want to be a rapper or I want
Yeah.
to start producing, you know, and they start but they don't really have a foundation. Some of them work out, some of them really don't.
Yeah.
You know, but Shake, he's got a very like again like very expansive like background in music before he started producing, and like
Say
same
expensive or expansive?
thing, expansive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got like a rich
Yeah.
background, but not monetary wise.
Yeah.
Or in music. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so whenever we get in the studio, it's pretty crazy. Um, just we can sit down, we can make a beat in 10 minutes. I can write to it in 10 minutes. We can tweak the beat with each other because I produce as well.
Okay.
So like we can.
Do you make beats and shit?
Yeah, I make beats.
Shit.
Ableton, like we both use Ableton.
So do
we
you have
can-
like lots of beats that you could like share with your friends and shit?
I actually, I got a tub load of beats, bro.
Damn.
Like, I got a stupid amount of
We
beats.
should have
Like,
got you to bring a USB stick.
honestly, like if you guys need anyone needs beats, let me know.
I definitely listened to some and fucking.
I didn't even bring any with me, man. Like I could get someone to send some to me because like I send them out to people. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I make beats. If anyone needs beats, let me know. I keep all my favorite ones for myself. Again,
Of course.
I guess I'm kind of selfish.
You got to
but,
do that.
Yeah, so whenever we sit down, like we can make a beat in 10 minutes. I can write to it and like I could write a full verse or like 3 verses in like 10-20 minutes. And then we can record it right there, and then anything we have an issue with, like we can talk to each other, you know. There's like a good dynamic there. Like
It's always great collabing like that,
Oh.
you know?
Thanks, man.
yeah, of course.
Respect.
Yeah, it's just it's nice being able to work with someone who isn't like trying to overstep their boundary, you know, trying to interfere with your creative process.
Yeah.
Like you guys have to be able to build each other up. Like
Yeah.
whoever you're recording with, whoever you're making music with, you need to be able to add to each other.
Yeah. Well,
And,
you mean like not like if me and you were making a song together, me turning around and being like, no, do this and say that and like whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, okay, so it's like being able to say, like, you have to be open, you know what I mean? If you don't
Yeah.
like something,
Yeah.
like if I don't like something and I'm in the studio, I'm gonna say like, yo, change this so that it sounds like this.
Yeah.
See,
You know, change X,
I
Y,
so
Z,
like from a producer's perspective, like working with an artist, like you want to try your best to like bring their like you know their dream, whatever their vision to life. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like both have to be, like you said, flexible. The artist has to understand that the producer is always going to put a little bit of their sort of spin on it.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Their flavor is going to go in there.
Well, and something like this just came up recently. Like, well, not like came up. I just was thinking about it. But like, what if you can pay a rapper, fucking make a verse for you or whatever, right?
Mm.
Excuse me. So, but what if you get it and you're like, I don't like it, and
Yep.
like, I mean, I feel like no matter what, if you were like, you know, getting that person to do a song, you trust them enough. You know what I mean? Like if it was like a big name artist and shit.
Mhm.
But I just feel like you also have a say because it's your like song, right?
Of course.
So like I would just feel bad turning around and being like, I don't like that. Or
you should
like,
be able to do that as an
or
artist,
like,
though, too. Like,
sure,
if a
you have
producer,
to.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
I
it
guess,
too.
and especially if you didn't like agree with whatever they
Yeah.
were saying or whatever. But I just mean like when I say that too, like that came to mind. But like, but then it comes to a point where it's like now you asked for that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like whatever.
There's
Sorry, I guess if it goes against your morals and shit, obviously you have a say
The
and
only
shit like
way-
that. But I
yeah.
feel like you almost have to be like, thanks, like you know what I mean? Like you did it, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
There's-
No, go ahead. No,
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
I was gonna say there's a certain amount of trust you have to put into.
Yeah, and like I said, if it's a big name artist, you obviously
Yeah.
probably like trust them and like
Well,
They get shit and
you'd
you'd be
like
like,
you'd
"Sweet."
like to like I've had a story. I'm not gonna name drop or anything because
no, you don't have to.
I took a L basically, but
Okay.
I paid a larger artist for a feature.
Good.
Okay. And they sent something back and it was garbage. Like it was garbage.
Okay.
You could tell they sat down for 5 minutes, put no effort into it, didn't record any ad libs, didn't do anything. You know what I mean?
Shit.
It was like, and it was garbage. Like it was garbage.
Yeah.
I could have asked any like 6-year-old with zero talent to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, you know
good
what I
thing you
mean?
didn't name drop.
Yeah.
No.
You know,
Sorry. man.
and it was trash, and I was just expecting so much more. You know, and
Yeah.
I trusted them because they were established.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, I never posted the song. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even record to it. Like
Yeah.
if I don't feel comfortable, like if I really don't feel comfortable with what's going on,
Mm.
like let's say we're in the studio. we're in the studio, okay? I don't really know you as an artist.
Mm.
Okay. We're working for the first time. I will tell you if I dislike something, I'm not gonna mess with your vibe. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you should change your lyrics so that it says this or this or this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if I don't know you. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna be like, yo, you should completely change the way you do things, you know?
Yeah.
But if I don't like your music to begin with, if I don't like where you're going with the whole thing, I'm not gonna make music with you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna end up with a finished product that I don't feel comfortable putting out.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You know,
And that's got to go
Like,
both ways too.
it's-
Like
it's
the
gotta-
artist doesn't want to put out something that they don't want to put their name on,
Straight
and
up.
same with the producer, right? They don't
Straight
want to put
up.
something out.
Like,
Sorry.
yeah, like it's just that simple. Like, okay, for example, with Trenchfoot, man, like, again, we can get into the studio, we can talk, we can discuss, like, oh, I want this beat to sound this specific way. I want this certain snare to sound a specific way. Like, lyrics, he doesn't do it. Like, I do lyrics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I write.
Yeah, he's
So
straight
he
production.
doesn't really interfere with that, which I appreciate.
Of course.
You know, but like the things
Yeah,
that
of
we
course.
both like kind of contribute to, we can talk about it, we can discuss it, and we can both add to it, and it usually ends up pretty good.
No doubt.
You know,
I've heard a few tracks.
yeah.
So,
usually-
yo, speaking of which, can I actually play a track that
Let's throw on the
Abs-
topic.
that
Absolutely.
Trenchfoot produced for you?
Absolutely.
So
I
the-
can make a break. Go for it. Play it.
All right,
Yeah,
so
go
this
ahead.
this is Hydro, produced by Trenchfoot,
This
Off
is
of what album?
featuring the is it not just Trenchfoot? I don't know what the album's called. Is it?
It's off of his latest EP. You can check him out on
Yeah.
Church. But
We're sleeping on him.
yeah.
He knows.
I recorded this super quick.
Got the bladder of a 4-year-old.
Yo, ditto, bro. Give me like 20 minutes.
All right, so I'm gonna play this right now.
Go ahead, man.
I love this
let's
track.
check it.
It's so
Pump
dope.
that.
Couldn't give a fuck less. Have a nigga try me when I'm off the juice. I box a nigga out just like I'm blow dry tro. Bar 6 spit with the flow I chose. Looking like a broke nigga, don't buy clothes. I'm so hydro-ated, I get irritated. Stupid motherfuckers staying on my case. Tell those motherfuckers they can kiss my ace. Keep talking that shit, I'll have to find out where you stay. Sick with the flow.
I love that drop. It's so dope.
Sick with the flow. Sick with the flow. Bar 6 spit with the flow I chose. I'm so hydro-ated, I get irritated. Stupid motherfuckers staying on my case. Tell those motherfuckers they can kiss my face. Keep talking that shit, I'll have to find out where you stay.
Like that.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah, it's
more, but
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That's
For
so
those of
sick,
you,
though.
for those of you who don't know, Trenchfoot is his background is like dubstep when it comes to producing. It's
Yeah, I thought
dubstep,
about it as soon as it started. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I guess we should have worn them.
rhythm, dubstep,
Yeah.
a lot of drum and bass as well.
Yeah.
That
I
song,
feel this shit pretty, like, I like it. I've only heard a few different little things, but I really like it.
Have y'all
I
ever,
could bump that shit all day. That's
y'all-
that's dope.
Yeah.
have y'all ever been to like a rhythm show or like a dubstep
No.
show?
Never.
Bro, that
Once.
shit is different.
Or no,
Yeah.
not dubstep. Sorry, I thought you just meant like DJ. A DJ.
Oh,
Yeah, like
yeah.
I went to like a little, they called it a rave, but it was just at a bar.
Yeah.
But
What, in Ottawa?
Raving for bacon.
Oh, Raven. Was it a bacon rave?
Yeah, they have bacon, like
That's
all kinds of bacon,
Yo,
man. They
I've
had like buffalo fucking like
Did I
spicy
get the song?
bacon
I've
and
heard,
like,
dude. I've heard
Oh, man.
legends.
yeah, it
of
was
bacon raves.
it was Rough Crew it was on Spark Street, right just off a bank. I don't know what it was called.
They
It's
like
probably
making
something different
pork
now.
on that street.
Oh man, I didn't have any bacon. I was not feeling food at that point, but
Let's just say,
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yo,
it was
fair,
a
fair.
rave. Yeah,
But yeah, Mo, like dubstep show, like the dubstep scene, the rhythm scene, the heavy
Yeah.
bass scene is making a huge comeback in Ottawa and
And
Montreal.
I really like dubstep,
I've
and I
heard
love the dubstep, like hip hop kind of collab shit. Like there was that Skrillex ASAP Rocky,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like that, and that actually kind of reminds me. Like I'm not saying it sounds the same as that, but it just has that same like you said, I could rock that all day. You know what I mean? And I literally for a while I was rocking Wild for a Night. Like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Start it over. You
Start it
know.
over.
Like,
One more
Straight
time.
up. That's the thing, man. Like, okay, first and foremost, like for any producers out there, I think it's super important to be able to like experience different sounds, like
No
different
doubt.
styles of music.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
like
Of all genres.
dubstep specifically is
Yeah.
like a genre of EDM that is based it's like a competition. It's like a dick measuring competition.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like who can make the craziest sound.
Yeah, and make
Like,
it sound good.
Who
Yeah.
can make the gnarliest sound and keep it in time and just have it be, so like going to shows like this, rhythm is like a lot more like trap influence,
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear that, especially if you're producing trap hip hop beats, whatever.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, man, Shake's background is dubstep, and like us like meeting up and actually making music, it happened pretty randomly. It was like
Yeah.
definitely like a stroke of like serendipity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Serendipity,
How did
yeah.
you guys meet? At
Um,
a show or?
we met. Swift Crew did their first headlining show 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was on the bill. We had a bunch of people on there. I don't remember who, but I definitely snapped the hardest. Like, I definitely went there. I definitely went the hardest.
You know you did.
Fact, man. I went the hardest.
And you've been solo the whole time, just you?
No, I had a couple of other people up there with me. I forget who I had on there. Oh, yo, Tropicana Borden. I don't know, like he hasn't been rapping as much lately, but I did a couple of songs with the Borden's boys. They're Ottawa locals.
Okay.
But yeah,
Are
man.
they still going? They're still doing the thing?
Not really.
No, okay.
They're doing their own thing, man. Like
Okay.
they still love music and stuff. They'll pull up, they'll show love. Shout out to Borden's boys. But what was I gonna say?
How you met Trench?
True, Trench. So he was DJing the whole show, or like the majority of the show, anyway.
Yeah.
And then after the show, there was like a little after party at someone's place. I got like very geeked. Like
Yeah.
I was pretty unceremonious. Like after the rest of the evening.
Unceremonious.
I went off basically, but he seemed to like it. He seemed to be like, oh, this guy is like definitely different and super weird, and yeah, he's fucked up, but I could definitely make music with him. And then we didn't even talk to each other for like I think like a year.
Oh yeah.
After that night, we knew each other, we had met, but we didn't talk to each other for like maybe a whole year. And then one day, like one of us hit each other up and we were like, yo, we should make music. And then like he was like, oh, come through today. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. And then it started from there. And then
Nice.
every once in a while we'll link up, we'll record something new, we'll make some new music, we'll try new sounds. Like that's super important. Like we try new sounds.
doubt.
Like rapping over a dubstep song is not something like it's not really something I do.
Yeah.
I like it.
No
I like
doubt.
it, and it's cool, and I probably would have never done it
Unless
without transfer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I
Yeah.
probably would have
That's
never
cool,
done
man.
it. Like my
Yeah.
15-year-old, my 14-year-old self screaming every
Yeah.
time.
Damn you.
But
I think it's dope.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I like it.
But we
Yeah.
always try new stuff. Like we
Yeah.
have some R&B songs. Like we have some like we wanna start like a deep house project, or like
Yeah.
just like a heavy bass house project. Something different. We always
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
going into the studio. Whenever we sit down, we always try and do something new. We always try and do something different. We always try and do something fun and something we both like,
That's dope.
which is like it's fun, man.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fun.
man. Yo, where do you get your creative inspiration from?
The source.
The
Yeah.
source.
The source.
The
Good
source,
answer,
man.
so, man.
Yeah, man.
That's one thing I always wonder about these creative minds. You know what I mean? Where everyone gets their inspiration.
I
from.
have like I have a bunch of influences, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like from a musical standpoint. Like too many to really name off. Like I feel like every interview I should name off like 6 different artists. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
show the spread.
yeah,
Like,
you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like it's just like I don't have any like favorite artists like
Name a couple from like every genre you're into.
yo, Sublime, probably one of my probably one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah. Did you know a lot of their
sick.
songs are covers?
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of them are
like,
covers.
yeah,
a lot
like
of their
most of them.
songs, like they use a lot of sample work, which is weird for like a thrash ska punk.
Yeah, they
band,
had like
you
a
know what I mean?
DJ and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, they use a lot of sample
didn't
work,
know
a
that.
lot of
The
elements,
boss DJ.
yeah. a lot of like elements of hip hop and stuff. Like, yeah, dude, Sublime, fucking one of my favorite bands
Yeah.
of all time, bro. Sublime. I grew up listening to like a lot of Erykah Badu.
Oh,
a lot
nice.
a lot of Lauryn Hill.
Oh man.
Tons of stuff like house music. Most people have never heard of, but like 808 State,
Okay.
they're pioneers of house music.
Yeah.
Bro. Like they were sitting like 36 hours a day in front of like pegboards and just like patching this into this, trying to make new sounds. You know what I mean? Like these guys were pioneers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out to 808 State.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. There's so many artists.
Yeah.
So many different
Yeah.
artists, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dog. But I think like in terms of influence, like one of the I go back to like what made me start like writing in the first place. Like
Yeah.
I was dealing with like some pretty serious, like I was at a pretty bad mental state
Okay.
when I started writing.
Yeah.
And like I had a couple of friends who were, you know, rapping for fun. Like for example, Ollie 40 ounce. He's a good friend of mine. He's one of my best friends. Introduced me to rapping. Felix the Indecent, rest in peace. He's the one who actually like pushed me to like write. He's like the first like friend that I had
Yeah.
that showed me like a recorded song.
Okay.
And like that's when it clicked. I was like, oh, I could write something that I could record that I could listen to after. You know what I mean? Like that's the first time I had ever seen that process in like full circle.
Yeah.
So like yeah, I was dealing with some like mental anguish, let's call it. Like some pretty like serious stuff.
Yeah.
And I learn through like a bunch of processes, just like going through life, you know, meditation, this, that, the third, that energy is just energy, whether it's like negative or positive. You know what I mean? Like energy is just fuel. You know, it's gas.
100%.
Like you can use it to power anything.
Yeah.
You know, you can use it to propel yourself forward. And like any negative feelings you're feeling, you could use that energy to write a song or to make a painting or do whatever, you know. And so like I used that energy and I wrote like my first freestyle, like my first song, you know, like my first ever like lyrics that were serious. And I rapped it to a couple of people and they were like, that's good. And then like hearing myself, I was like, this is good. You know, like I'm like I have like almost a natural talent for this, you know. And so like with that in mind, like you can get energy from anywhere, positive or negative. Like I get influences from everything, man. Like everything, like TV I watch, people I meet, people I talk to. Like I'm sitting on the bus one day, you know, and it's beautiful outside or it's shitty outside, you know, like there's so many different influences out there, and like it's almost unfair to just pick like a specific artist that really, you know, like, you know, there are people who help me get there, and then the things that push me to write every day, it's like it's different. It's different. It changes all the time. Yeah, man.
Yo, I think you just inspired me, bro.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
I love the positive energy though, bro. I'm so on that shit. Like honestly, like
It's
Yeah,
all
I
good
was-
perspective.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
so
why
on
we
that.
got this thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's what
like
it's for.
legit on that same wavelength.
Yeah, man, like I find like just as an artist, it's like another big influence is other artists, like
Yeah.
my peers in this
The local
No.
scene.
the local scene,
Yeah.
even the non-local scene, people who come
And that's
visit,
true though,
people
yo.
go
Actually,
see,
like, so when you say your peers, like, I'm like, it was you guys that got me back into doing the music thing too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
That's
yeah.
right.
like there was a
Straight up, man.
like a time in my life where I was just legit working nonstop, and like music took a back seat.
yeah.
You know, like I went to school for the whole music production thing, did it hard for a couple years.
Where'd you study?
The Audio Recording Academy.
Tara,
Yeah,
fire.
that's it.
Shout out to Tara.
Yeah, you know the one. So yeah, man, I went hard with music for a couple years, and then just started working full time and more hours than fucking God puts in a day.
Yeah.
And
That's fucked.
and that's it. Like I said, music took a back seat, and then it was when I started working with Brandon
Mhm.
that he's like, yeah, I do music, you know, like and he showed me some of his music that he'd made, and I was like, fuck, yo, like I got a studio, like come through, like we'll make some music, and like that got that inspiration back, you know what I mean? Like,
Straight up, man.
so like,
Yeah, man. Peers are like some of the most important. Like your competition, whether it be friendly or not,
Yeah,
can be one of the biggest like influences in you
absolutely.
creating.
Pushes
Yeah.
you to be
It
better.
pushes you, bro.
Whoa.
Like you don't. It's like it's a race, but non-linear. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to be below you, even if it's like. You know, even like if it's not a beef ting, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
You want to fly. If they're
I-
flying, you want to fly.
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're flying, I want to fly too.
Yeah.
You're driving a Tesla, I want a Tesla too.
Yeah.
You can rap
One day.
well, I want to rap better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you know, like
and that's what I find. Like a lot of people have like this famine mentality. Like there's not
Camaraderie.
enough to go around, right?
No,
So it's like
no.
if you're doing well, then you're taking away from my ability to
Like,
succeed, and
yeah,
like that's
yeah.
not the way it should be,
Depending
you know?
on-
Like,
it's-
That's
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah.
depending on how you're viewing like what your goals are. Facts. Like there are people trying to. It's just like getting into university. You know what I mean? Trying to get your PhD. Like everyone around you is aiming for the same goal, and realistically, like if there's only a few spots, they're getting in the way of that. You know, so like there is a competitive aspect to it, but like
Very true.
if you're
It's true,
if you're
yeah,
creating
but-
for yourself, like as an outlet or just to make something that you can kind of be proud of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's your art form. It doesn't matter what other people think. You know what I mean? Like fuck
Absolutely.
everybody else, but I still think
Fuck
like
everybody else but me. Whatever.
you know, but
I don't know.
at the same
I like
time,
that
Yeah.
but seeing your peers, man, like going out to shows, like going to check out different sounds, like hearing stuff, like hearing bands you've never heard before, like
Yeah.
all this, like I go to shows to, you know, have fun, obviously, but also to study, you know,
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
new shit, see how people perform, see how they react,
Yeah.
compare them. Like it's not, the people say it's not good to compare yourself to others, you know,
Yeah.
or to compare. It's not good to compare.
comparison is
yourself
the
to others.
theft
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
joy or something.
You know, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you got to be able to put yourself in other people's shoes. You got to be able to empathize and then see
Yeah.
how you can improve on what someone else is doing so that you can improve on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like not all the time, of course, like, but at the same time, not everything can just come from fucking you. You need help.
That's
No
it,
matter-
right?
no
Yeah, you
matter
always
which
you,
way you look at it.
you gotta have
know?
a team.
You gotta have
Yeah,
a team,
yeah.
even if your team is your ops.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to learn from your mistakes. You got to be able to learn from your enemies' mistakes. You got to be able to learn from your friends' mistakes. You know, you got to be able to learn from your friends' successes, your enemies'
Yeah.
successes, like everything. Like, you know,
The art of war.
the art of war.
Yeah, the boy, yeah. Fuck
I gotta,
yeah.
I gotta hit the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it
Oh,
up.
you're not allowed
We'll
to
keep
do
the
that
crowd
shit,
entertained.
man.
So
beer check, boys?
beer check.
good for now.
Yeah, I'm good for now too. Actually, you probably.
I don't want to go back up there. Yeah, go for it, homie. Birda. So, if you haven't already, subscribe to the 4G Audio Podcast on YouTube.
That's
Follow
right,
us
that's
on
right.
all those socials. You know what it is. Shout out to all of our guests that have been on here already, and to our
Yo,
future guests.
So just saying though, like
What's
I
up?
like
Almost too many
Dashype. You know, he's got a good outlook on.
He's got a
just
good perspective.
life. It
man.
seems he seems like he's.
Fucking right.
I'm gonna tell him to watch my mom's podcast.
Yeah, man, you
Go
can
for
like
it,
feel
though.
it, man. Whenever we were first talking to him outside, I noticed he had that like crystal on his neck and shit, and like whatever. But not that that means anything, but just you can tell.
The
I
vibe.
mean, I know now he's gonna
Vibe
like
right
hear us
away,
talking
yeah.
shit about it or behind his back and shit. But
The dog.
Not good
What up,
thing.
dog? The dog's down here.
oh shit, weird.
Shout out
That's
to
what he wanted.
Atlas.
That's what he wanted. Remember, he said he was gonna say what's up to the dog. He's like, I'll just put him down there so I can chill with him.
God damn it, Atlas! All right, I'm gonna take this motherfucker.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. So
if you're watching right now and you want to be sitting in this chair,
yeah,
just hit one of us up.
it's empty.
Yeah.
Gang. You already know what it is. At the same time too, if you're watching and you have a dog, comment your dog's name.
Yeah, there you go.
Atlas is the studio dog,
That's right.
except he usually stays out of the studio.
We got a cat up in here too, Marley.
nice, yeah, cat gang.
Studio cat Marley. That's what's up.
I got all the animals.
Fucking right. Norwal Music, are you a bot or not?
Yeah, fucking answer us, man.
Say yes or no.
Yeah. It's a yes or no question.
Shout out Aaron Cohen.
Yeah, damn straight, man. Like I said, I saw that fucking picture of him. Looked
In
like a
front of
big
a crowd,
and like, yeah, man.
He was opening for Webby.
Webby and Benton
Yeah,
on a couple dates too. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
a few.
pretty big, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Thrilla as well for putting on that show last
Yeah,
week.
shout out Cap City, fucking
Yeah.
DJ Alive.
That's what's up. Much respect.
Yeah, gang. Shout out to Trip,
Yeah. Trip
putting on a
two.
good performance.
Fucking killed it, bro.
Oh man, he's releasing a fucking video soon.
Yeah, I see that.
And I can't
Be ready
tell
for
you what song it is, but he is releasing a video shortly. And
Are you in
I
it?
am really excited. I don't, probably not, but, maybe.
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 However, wherever I was going with that was probably not important, but oh yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited for it.
Check it out.
That's all I was gonna say. But yeah,
So
welcome back.
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
So like, what are your thoughts on the local hip hop? Well, not necessarily hip hop music scene here in Ottawa. Who do you think's up next?
Yeah.
Ear to the streets.
And we're not talking about wide neck and long neck here.
Me.
There you
No,
go.
no.
That's hype. That's what's up.
Who's up next, man? That's like a pretty loaded question.
Yeah.
See, the thing with Ottawa, man, it's like Ottawa's like art scene in general, not just like hip hop. Ottawa's like whole art scene
Yeah.
is very rich.
Yeah.
It's very, very rich. Like there's so many, bro. I know so many visual artists, so many like lyricists, writers, poets. Like there's
Hook me
so many. There's so many.
Send them
Got
this
you,
way.
bro.
Yeah.
There's so many, but it's like you were saying before, man. Like there's like a smoke over Ottawa. There's like a cloud over Ottawa. There's like a fog. There's something in the air that makes it so that like everyone wants to be Drake. Nobody wants to help anyone else become Drake. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
that's the point everyone's aiming for.
And
And then from an outsider perspective, everyone sees Ottawa as like a government city. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's where that's the capital city. Nothing goes on there.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's true. Nothing goes on here.
Yeah.
But
Very
it's
true.
not true.
Well,
it's not true. There's tons of shows, tons of
But
events.
see, like that
Totally,
that
yeah.
comes back to what you were saying earlier too, though, about the like people not helping each other and shit, right?
Yeah,
making
man.
making it like a ruthless competition
Yeah.
kind of thing, right?
competition. Like,
And-
there is competition, but at the same time, that
But,
doesn't
like-
mean everyone's your fucking
But like
enemy,
you said,
dog.
like no one wants to help this person be Drake, but if you look at Drake, or like and the guys around Drake, he has. There's definitely the one dude Nav, he was like, I'm pretty sure just one of his boys or whatever, and he's like in the OVO or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But like, or even say like Slim, MGK and Slim,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like help you know what I mean, help that dude get where he's going, and you can learn, you know, from that, and
Yeah.
you can also kind of, I guess, ride the coattails, but also you're learning from they're the one in the spotlight. You're
Yeah.
learning from them in the background,
Yeah.
and then like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes back to what you were saying earlier about that, like.
Straight up, man. Like it's tough. Like the biggest thing with Ottawa, it's like it's tough to make it because like not even our own city. Like with that being said, like not even our own city is down for our city.
Yeah,
You know, like our radio stations, like other than the college radio stations, you don't hear local artists.
No.
Which is like that puts us as like a huge disadvantage.
Oh,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Like, you go to Toronto, you go to Montreal, they're playing local music.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
any station, they're playing local music.
Learn.
You know what I mean? Like other than top 40 stations.
Yeah.
Of course, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no doubt.
But that's the thing, man. We don't have like a lot of like OGs in the game that are even willing to help the younger cats.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel
You know,
that too.
like-
They're yeah,
Like the
they're
big,
on their high horse.
that's the thing, man. Like Ottawa, like growing up in Ottawa personally, it's one of those cities where it's like, you know, there's nothing to really do until you're 18, and then once you're 18, you want to bounce. Like you want to cut unless you have a job with the government or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
true,
you set
true.
up your business like your
Yeah.
home base is in Ottawa.
I definitely.
You
I
know?
ended up moving to Ottawa at a later date. You know. Yeah.
But you're from where again?
I am from Renfrew.
Renfrew.
I moved to Kingston.
Renfrew.
I
Renfrew.
lived in Kingston for a
Renfrew.
while.
I'm proud.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
originally
Yeah.
I was born in the UK, but I moved to Canada at a young age, and then
Okay.
grew up in Iron Prior.
Yeah.
Mhm. See, that's something like yo.
Shout
like,
out Manchester.
Yay!
Facts.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, no, like moving to Ottawa, that's like a big move for people who live, for example, in our pride.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
like Oakville, you know, or
Yeah.
not Oakville. People go to Toronto, but like,
You moved from Kingston.
It's
Kingston-
I
Kingston
moved
to
from
Ottawa,
Renfrew
Kingston.
to Kingston to Ottawa. So Kingston is a bit bigger. It's like a bigger town.
I call it a big Pembroke,
Yeah, yeah.
It's
right.
like-
it's not
you
quite
know.
like it's a spaced out city.
and they don't
Is
have
what it
really
is.
high
It's not that-
buildings.
Yeah,
And I heard that
exactly.
it's actually like a law that you can't build the buildings any higher and shit.
Totally, yeah.
Because
it was the same
it's all
thing
like
here.
really historic and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like up until recently, like in Ottawa, no
Yeah,
building.
Yeah, was
Shit,
allowed over a certain height.
I'm getting.
You can do it
buzzed
if you
right
have
now.
to, but
Yeah, take it if
Hell
you
no,
have to.
no,
man.
that's cool. that's
okay,
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, there was a lot. Like no building could be higher than the P Star.
yeah.
That
And
was,
now
like,
they
a
just
lot.
built
Yeah,
one that's
they just
taller.
built
right?
that,
They're just
yeah.
building. Everyone sees it. You can see it anywhere in Ottawa. It's
Yeah.
like the tallest fucking building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing with Ottawa. It's like Ottawa's a small town. Ottawa's a small town. It's spread out.
Just hit a
It's-
million.
It's spread
Yeah,
out.
we're on the way.
But it's a small town that looks like a big city.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
people get confused. Like Ottawa,
Yeah.
like like if you're like more centralized, like if you don't live like Canada, Orleans or whatever, you're downtown, you know, more centralized center town.
Like, what's
you know?
Toronto's population? Does anybody know?
I think it's close to 2 or.
Oh, really?
I can
What?
look it up
feel
right
like
now.
it would
Dude,
be
they're a
fucking more than
couple
that.
million, man.
Because Toronto, well, I guess it depends if you're going. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
Because there's like the
Toronto
GTA
specifically or the GTA.
Yeah,
Going
because
back to the shows, I also feel like it has to do with the population. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know they hit Toronto. I mean, it's pretty much a given. They'll sell out easier,
Yeah.
right?
2.6 million in Toronto.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's like that's bare people. That's a lot of people.
It
Like
is.
a million.
Yeah.
A million is a lot of people. But again,
Man.
like Ottawa is it's spread out. Like once you leave downtown, things start getting more squashed.
I couldn't imagine, like,
more-
Actually,
New York
it's
and
more
shit,
than that.
man.
I'm
is,
like
for
I'm
sure.
actually it's so in 2018 it was 3 million. So it's
Yeah.
sorry I read that wrong.
is gone down, but
Gang,
it's
gang.
got more expensive.
It's crazy.
Oh man,
expensive in Toronto, yeah.
Vancouver's the most expensive place
Unbelievable.
to live in. I was gonna say in Ottawa, in Canada,
Yeah,
and Toronto is second.
I believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
man. Vancouver is a beautiful city.
Oh man, I've never
West
been there.
Vancouver.
I want to go,
Never
man.
been there, man.
I want to go.
That's where I flew into Vancouver.
see, like-
drove to Squamish for that
like-
festival I was talking about.
Like I find, and like I'm not saying this from experience, but it almost seems that like cities in Canada are more spread out and like less people.
Dude, we have
But,
like
like-
the largest landmass
Yeah.
of
Man,
any country other
in
than like
fucking
Russia,
in
yeah.
New York, like New York, like just in Manhattan, man,
Yeah.
there's like some million people.
Yo, so I got an interesting stat for you.
90% of them are fucking millionaires.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
see a guy dressed like a bum and a guy in a fucking suit walking down the corners or walking to a corner and they bump into each other,
chances
$5
are,
million just bumped into each other.
chances are they have the same.
I stole that from a joke, but
Yeah.
or from a comedian, but sorry.
That's pretty funny.
What's the stat?
No, so I was just saying, like, so like we're going back to population and like
Yeah, yeah.
landmass sizes. So
Yeah.
like the
Ben
UK,
Jones, everyone.
right? So I
Yeah,
was
you-
born in the UK, where the entire population of like England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, is about 60 some million people,
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
which is about twice as many as the entire population of Canada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the island of the
Itself,
UK,
Yeah.
England,
Oh,
Ireland, Scotland,
yeah.
Wales,
Oh
England,
my
Ireland, Scotland, Wales. So
gosh.
it's like those 4 countries. You
Yeah.
can fit that entire landmass
In
inside
Quebec.
the area of
Lake
Lake
Ontario.
Ontario.
Oh,
Lake
word. No,
Ontario.
No doubt. So
way.
that lake, if you look on a map of
Yeah.
Canada and see Lake Ontario, fucking
And it's not even the biggest one, is it? Or is it the biggest
Lake
one?
Superior.
Is
the
yeah.
biggest one.
Nice, man.
Is the superior one.
yeah,
Respect,
maybe it's that
I
one.
heard.
right.
But either one, it's one of those lakes. Check it out. Like
Oh
I'm gonna,
man,
yeah,
that's crazy.
that's facts, yo.
Yeah.
So like,
Facts.
But
That
see, and
shit's
that's the same as
crazy.
like I always use it New York as the example, but like even like China and shit too, right?
Man, yeah.
Like
They
that's
figured
why
their
they
shit out, though.
man
They just
they have
build up.
they build up. They have soccer fields on top of their fucking
Yeah.
roofs and
Which
shit.
is
Yeah.
turn. I would
And
That
it's
is
like,
dope.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? But it makes like it's weird, but it makes sense too, right? Because
Yeah.
like they just build up, right?
Mhm. Even planting, they're even built like they got,
Yeah, like
green
sky-
roofs
green.
on them.
Yeah,
and
well, at
shit.
the college over here, actually, my brother installed it. Shout out Andrew.
Yeah.
He was on the show before, but he they did a roof and it was a green roof or whatever,
Oh,
and it's
cool,
got like
man.
fucking. I think it's just like grass or like
yeah.
turf or
I know
whatever.
Algonquin
But
College has it as well.
that's what I was saying. Sorry.
That's
I
what it is,
I
reckon?
might have said
Cool.
yeah. I might have just said general college or school
Oh.
maybe or something,
Yo,
but
General College? Dude,
no, not general
I
college,
had
but
a
like
couple
in
of homies
general.
who studied
so-
there. you
It's
know.
actually a college. I just meant like shit. Yeah.
Dang.
Gang, man. Can I have a fucking hit of your jewel?
Oh, dude.
Is that fair? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sweet, man.
Absolutely.
yeah, I keep hearing the commercials. Like I didn't think they could advertise for that shit on the radio. You know,
Fuck yeah, bro.
because they can't like advertising for like cigarettes and alcohol on like the
Well,
radio.
they can't.
There's like
do-
laws
They
against that
can't
shit. isn't
do
there?
like tobacco products, but they can do alcohol.
Yeah.
Like,
Give me, I'm
there's
juuling.
there's alcohol ads on TV. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Like people aren't gonna sub. Smoking is not gonna never be like.
Thanks, man.
Everyone's gonna smoke at some point. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
always gonna be people smoking cigarettes or smoking some sort of tobacco. It's just a thing.
Uh,
You know, like
it's-
that's how it is. Like vaping is not gonna change that. Like it's not gonna be like some Star Wars shit. You know, where everyone just smokes vapes. You know, like electronic hookahs. Like that's not gonna happen. You know, people are going to be smoking. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's
Yeah, I don't
ingrained
think
in
you'll ever
culture.
phase it out because yeah, it'll be
You
there.
know, but like I quit smoking last year, like
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's thanks to the Juul because I quit smoking without the Juul. I got back on it because work was
That's
You
just
know.
real
That's how I
shit,
started
yo.
smoking again at
just
one
like
point.
just like vaping in general. Like I don't know, like shit. I might have a third arm by the time I'm 50. You know what I mean? Like nobody knows. What
Yeah,
that shit is
yeah.
doing
That's
to you,
true.
But at the same time, like-
Popcorn lung, whatever the fuck that is. I don't
exactly.
know.
But at the same time, I can definitely breathe a lot better. I definitely get a lot less throat sick, which
But
is a huge thing, especially if you're rapping. If
Here's
you're
the one
making
thing my
music.
one buddy says is, okay, what's vape short for? Vapor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's vapor? It's like
This-
there's like liquid in the
It is-
water, right?
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
the
You're putting-
gas,
you're
the
putting-
gas form of water.
So you're like putting liquid in your like lungs technically, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, man, it'll build up and you get fucking pneumonia and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's this thing.
But he's not a doctor or anything. That's just his like
Yeah.
theory or guess. Like,
Interesting.
There's this sickness. I forget the scientific name is for it, but it's called like popcorn.
that's what I
lung.
say. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's
Yeah.
called popcorn lung. So like that's something you like.
Does it exist? Is it?
It
real?
exists. Like it exists from what I understand anyway. Like from what I've like read and heard, it exists. But most of the ingredients, also from what I've heard, most of the ingredients that cause that shit are like illegal. are illegal now. So like most vape juices you get aren't gonna have that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope.
And like,
fucking
and
no.
like, yo, and like, bottom line, man, like cigarettes, like, dude, 100+ random chemicals.
Yeah,
like, yo,
that's
I'm trying to
crazy.
Oh
smoke
man, there's
just tobacco.
200 plus.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
You know
sure,
what I mean?
man.
Like 200+.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
random,
pretty sure,
like
man.
assorted salad of chemicals in
Yeah.
there, bro.
I do
Why?
believe
I don't-
that those
like, why?
have to be more better.
I don't need to-
beneficial.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
first-
because even just the carcinogens
Gosh,
alone
not
of burning the
beneficial, but,
plant,
like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Better, I
straight
guess.
up.
It's like vaping weed is way better than smoking weed.
100%.
Because it's the tar and the smoke of the fucking burning
anything,
plant.
anything
and shit, right?
burning, anything that isn't oxygen going into your lungs, or the special blend of oxygen we have here on Earth.
Yeah, special blend.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like
almighty. Alpha
should not be fucking going in your lungs.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Straight
period.
up.
yeah.
Period. Like it can. Like you're not necessarily gonna die either. Like yo, like I lived in I not lived. I went to Cuba. I visited Cuba. All right. There's this hotel we went to, and they had a wall
Hotel
Where-
Diablo.
sorry.
of all the oldest people to
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
live in Cuba, like with their pictures, and they signed it. And all of them were smoking fat cigars in their pictures.
Oh,
like they were
Yeah, I've
definitely
seen-
smoking.
But see, that shit's not like
way-
treated with all the chemicals and shit,
yeah,
right? It's like
exactly.
you're-
So it's like it begs the question. It's like, oh, is smoking actually bad for you, or like what is bad about it? Like what is bad about it? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, yeah, there's all these questions to ask. But like, bottom line, if I don't see the ingredients on what I'm smoking or even what I'm eating, I don't really trust it. I don't really trust.
You
that
know they're
shit.
doing
Yeah,
some
yeah.
fucking shit.
Like
Yes,
I don't
yeah.
like why like yo like all the like most all vape juices need to have ingredients on them.
Yeah.
But you go pick up a pack of Belmonts, they're not gonna tell you
What's in it?
what kind of formaldehyde they're putting in it. You know what I mean?
Any kind
yeah,
of fucking
oh,
formaldehyde.
Man, they used to though. They used to. Like,
Yeah.
like whenever I was younger, I remember we used to compare the packs on the side. It would say, "Yeah." It
Now
used,
it just said,
it actually.
now it
I
just
swear to
says
God.
smoking is bad for you. It can
Like-
fuck you up.
You know the packs, like the old packs. Like some of them in Quebec, that are in Quebec, they all still come like this. Like if you get Belmonts in Quebec, they come like this.
They're
but
all
where
like
you,
weird.
you like push the pack up.
Yeah, they're
and
weird as
like
fuck.
whatever.
I
That's
mean,
how cigarettes used to always be in all those packs.
the slidey pack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you could like fold them a weird way to make it into a half pack. But whenever it was like those ones on the side, it had like milligrams of tar and like all the shit. It like obviously didn't have all the fucking chemicals or whatever in it, but it told you what each cigarette had or whatever. Because I remember people used to compare them all the time. They'd be like, oh, yours are fucking whatever. Mine are better. Like, yeah.
Mine are more healthy than yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
What?
how old are you guys, man?
Me?
Like, you were saying.
I'm gonna tell you
Go
right
down
now,
the line,
cigarettes were $2.50 a pack whenever I first bought a pack and I was 10 years old.
No fucking
When
way.
you were 10 years old.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't buy a pack, but
And they were
like
$2.50.
shout out to actually back in the day, you used to be able to, and like my parents never did this, but like my friends used to do this, man. Go to the store and buy cigarettes for their parents at like
That's-
any
Yo,
age,
I used to do
but
that.
with a fucking note. And
Yeah,
they take
yeah.
the note and be like, yeah, sell my son cigarettes
For
and give
sure.
him
I
some
remember
candy
doing
and
That was
shit,
like
right?
average thing. I know
Um,
people who get carded for lighters.
But I'm 32, so like in 1986. Yeah, I'll be
I actually
32.
didn't.
soon.
You look younger than 32.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
the same
shit,
age.
thanks,
Like, yo, we're
man.
like, how
Yeah.
many months are we? Like, I was,
We're 4 months apart. Yeah, I'm 4 months older.
Yeah.
30.
I'm 32 as well.
Yeah.
30,
Yeah.
What about you, man?
I'm 27. I was
And-
92.
Oh shit.
And weird fact, me and him both turned 30 on the 30th the same year.
Illuminati confirmed.
But like, but like
Hit
four
it,
years,
man.
4 months apart or whatever, right? But yeah, fucking right.
That's brave.
And you?
How old are you?
Me, I just turned 23.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Oh,
You're
Michael
young,
Jordan,
Mom.
man.
Still a young
Nice.
cat.
I'm a baby, man.
You a young mom.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm a baby
30
dog.
or 23. Yeah. Shit. So then you just turned 23. What?
Just in June.
June. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. So then
What day
we're
in June?
Yeah, I'm a
fucking. We're exactly 10 years apart, man.
I'm a 96.
I was just gonna say you're
96,
96, man.
yeah.
I was like, fuck it. I got hit by a fucking truck in 96. Man, that's like I said. I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old the first time I fucking ever fucking smoked, and the first time I ever like bought a pack of cigarettes, and I was 96. So I was 10 years old.
You got hit by a truck?
Yeah, I got hit by a truck on my bicycle.
Shit, man.
That's
Yeah.
a crazy year, brother.
Yeah. Shout out Chio.
A lot happened.
Well, see, I was so stressed out, I started smoking.
Yeah.
No, man. You know how it started too? Fucking weirdest thing, man. We were at the high school like biking because there was a little thing you could hit like a jump, and one dude jumped on this he like climbed up onto this roof or whatever, and he found a lighter, and so we're like, yeah, let's all go to the park and burn shit. So we all biked down to the park and we were like trying to light shit on fire or whatever, like leaves and shit that aren't gonna light on fire. But we're like, cool, yeah, well, okay, we all gotta go home, so we'll stash the lighter for tomorrow. Yeah. So like the next day we like went for a bike ride uptown and shit, whatever. And Buddy stole like a stack of like flyers or something off someone's step, and we went down to the fucking park, and we were like lighting these papers on fire and shit and like whatever, and we like put out any fires that were like happening or about to happen, you know. And
Responsible firelighters.
yeah, but we weren't. But the lighter, someone took the guard off the lighter, or maybe he's already off the lighter. But we were like burning shit for so long that it melted the side, and it just went bing, and the fucking thing flew out of it. So we're like, oh fuck, dirty. So we went to the store, and the one dude's like, yeah, man, me and my buddy used to do this all the time. We're 10 years old, mind you, like, and my buddy's like, yeah, we used to do this all the time. And we go to the store and they steal a pack of lighters from the store. So we take this 5-pack of lighters and we all go and like, here we go. Like everyone gets a lighter, you know? So we're all now in the park burning shit, right?
Yeah.
And anyways, later that night, fucking my brother was like, yeah, we're going to check out the fire in the park. Apparently there's like firefighters and shit because his buddy's dad was the fucking fire chief or whatever, right? We're going to check this out. We're like, what?
That's
And
hilarious.
like, we're like, what the fuck? So me and my buddy like ran and hid. Like we're like, no fucking way.
I have such a similar story.
But so we were lighting. If you take my cousin showed me this. If you take those things, you know, like the tree or bush things, when they're like dead or whatever, you like take it and it's hollow and you
Yeah.
light it on fire and like we'd smoke them.
Okay.
And then my buddy, his mom used to fucking like I said, she would send him to go to the store with a
Note
No,
for a
to
pack
get
of darts.
smoked?
Yeah.
But she would also too, like she would get him to like roll her smokes for them sometimes. And so like in the fucking machine with the tubes and shit. And anyway, so then he's like, I know where we can get smokes. So like 4 or 5 of us roll up into their living room, like leave the park and go to the living room. And the mom's sitting there on the phone talking. And we're sitting there in the living room. He's like, Mom, do you want me to roll smokes for you? She's like, yeah, whatever. She's on the phone. He's like, rolls like a pack of darts and like leaves her like 10. So we go in the back. We had like a little like fort. It was really just a shed. But so we went in there and we're like, fucking right, yeah, like smoking. And it was probably the worst idea we ever had. My one buddy
times.
was like, I can't smoke. I play hockey. I was like, man, I play hockey too.
Oh, the shit we do as kids.
They graduate.
That's right.
But yeah, so that would have been like right when you were like just born.
True.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So you set a forest
I
on
wouldn't be
fire?
that long.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a
I
full
fucking
field.
set a dumpster on fire.
That's
I was
pretty
doing the same
brutal.
things. Yeah, I was
Yeah?
playing with lighters as a kid, and there's a big like behind my house. There was like a scrap yard or whatever, and there was this giant like dumpster, and it had a bunch of cardboard boxes, all kinds of random shit
Just
in
in
it.
the UK?
Yeah.
That's why
I
you
was
guys
probably no. I was about the same age as you, probably maybe a little bit younger. I don't know. But yeah, I set like jumped in this like dumpster, and there's a bunch of boxes, and I set this little piece of paper on fire, and I turned this box upside down. And then I thought like it went out. Like I tried to put it out because it started getting big. I'm like, oh shit, this is getting out of control.
I thought I put it in.
So like I put it all out or whatever. I thought I put it all out, and I guess it was smoldering, and all this paper caught on fire. I pieced out like a little bit earlier, and then yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Like, because like I said, it was right behind my house, and all of a sudden there's like fire trucks and like sirens and all kinds of shit.
Oh no!
Everyone, like all the neighbors are coming out and looking like, what's going on? This whole dumpster is just like engulfed in flames.
Arson.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That's funny shit.
Never admitted that shit till right now.
Put
Yeah.
a stamp on it.
It was me.
I think I hear the
Recorded.
cops.
I did it. No one got hurt, by the way. It was just like in the middle of a fucking like, you know what I mean?
No
It was just a
animals were
dumpster.
harmed in the making of Ben's story.
Good times. Like I say, this shit we do as kids.
Yeah,
That's right, man.
fucking
Yeah,
right, yeah.
absolutely.
Speaking of fire,
I was thinking before the fire. How about a little question game?
oh, okay, yeah, you do your thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what
Alright.
we've been doing the whole time.
Question game.
that's
Dude,
right. But we're gonna ask you a couple. This or that. You gotta answer quick.
Me? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's get
You
it, bro. What
ready?
do you mean? Yeah.
You guys are gonna jump in on this? Too?
I'll try. I
Good,
don't
let's
have
do
any.
it. All right, pizza or tacos?
Pizza,
Yeah, pizza. For
Powerade
sure.
or Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Spaghetti or lasagna?
Oh shit, lasagna. Fuck
Oh,
spaghetti.
gang,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, honestly, but fuck spaghetti just because it's too like, it's overplayed, man.
I like
Overplayed.
baked spaghetti, which is like
Baked
a version
spaghetti?
I
of
had spaghetti for dinner.
nice
Spaghetti?
mom's
Oh,
I'm
spaghetti.
gonna take spaghetti on that.
There's so many different noodles, bro. Why are you choosing spaghetti?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
true,
That's my
true.
opinion. You know what I mean?
Word. Gin or vodka?
Gin,
Yeah.
McDonald's or Wendy's?
McDonald's, but
Nice.
I'm not proud of it.
Great
I'm
answer.
Wendy's.
But actually, Wendy's cheesy cheddar burger, they snap.
Cheesy cheddar burger.
burger?
dude,
What,
it's off-
Wendy's?
it's off the fucking.
Oh yeah, I
It's
know
off
what
the
you're
basic
talking. I know
menu.
exactly what
Dude.
you're talking about. All it is cheese, like a
It's-
slice
yeah,
of cheese
it's
and
lit-
cheese sauce.
A cheese sauce. It's fucked. It's literally
It's
fucked.
pretty, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not.
I've
It's
done it.
not good. It's tasty, but it's not good.
Oh no, no, no.
It's a little bit of both.
Fucking horrendous. Yeah, McDonald's, but I'm not proud. Next.
Plane or train?
Ooh. Damn, that's that. See, that's a good one, man. Honestly, I'm gonna say train.
Yeah.
Train.
Word.
Like plane. Here's the deal with planes. Like I've only been on planes like and rode like coach, and
Okay.
it's always been at like my flight gets delayed, or I
Yeah.
don't, but I need to sit sit next to someone I
Yeah.
don't
Yo,
know.
flying is
Yeah.
a fucking
who
hassle,
also
bro.
feels the same way. You know what I mean? They're like, fuck, I don't know this person.
Yeah.
And like that's what they're thinking the whole time. You're like chilling there, you're watching that in-flight movie, and then like some random's head like it's kind of like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like snoring and like kind of on your shoulder. And you're like,
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry.
plane or train, it's different. People who take the train, they think different. You know what I mean? Like the train, it's about the journey.
The-
It's definitely about the
That's
journey.
right,
you
man.
know?
I want to take it in as you're going.
You know,
Yeah.
like the on-train Wi-Fi. That's blessed.
That's what's up.
That's
Oh,
blessed.
man, they have it on buses now too, man.
You can play Counter Strike on a train and not think people are up to you don't get questioned.
Yeah.
Like you're playing it on speaker and you hear a terrorist. The air marshal comes and like slaps you a little bit.
Yeah,
You
takes
know?
you downstairs.
You know, on a train, like you can have a conversation with a random, like you're going like it's like a 2-day train ride. You know what I mean?
That's pretty
Like
good.
you can have a conversation with a random person and it's not weird because like you guys are traveling like 3 days. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, on a plane, it's different.
It's
Anyway.
totally different. You just want to get the plane ride over.
Yeah, you just want to get it over with. You're never
Yeah.
enjoying it unless you're in first class, in which case
Totally.
you're definitely enjoying it.
Yeah.
Next question.
Boobs or booty?
Eyes.
Oh,
Damn.
ladies,
Next question.
Take
Y'all,
note.
y'all got any?
If your eyes are on point,
I was gonna say gold or silver, but
gold or
It's not bad.
I was
silver.
gonna say I don't know.
I do have just like
Your
not.
teeth
It's,
tell. Your
it's
teeth
not-
tell all, man.
it's not a one or the other, but I just gotta ask, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Green. All right.
That's good. Not a lot of people know that. Green.
Hook the mother.
No,
up.
we know.
Most people think it's purple.
No, you
Because
know.
I love purple, but green.
Will lime green do?
Lime green, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, fuck.
Here you go, bro. That's all for you.
Yeah, man.
Oh fuck, yo, I'm gonna throw this right on my fucking MacBook.
Nice.
Everybody says that.
Yeah, that's
You're
That's a 4G audio decal.
fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna deckle the fuck out of my shit, bro.
All right, real quick.
Thank you guys.
All right,
Thank
real quick. The first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10?
The first 90, bro.
That's actually a good question. I'm gonna think about that for the rest of my
The first
life.
90, bro.
I'm serious.
Like, yo,
Yeah,
like
no doubt.
Yo,
I'd probably.
can they?
I
Like,
don't know. I
can
feel
you-
like it's obvious and like,
like, the-
Yeah,
like,
no,
the
I
question-
agree.
But-
the question is like, yo, can you throw down? And if the answer is no, I don't even know. I don't want to deal with it.
It also depends on how long the blowjob is, right? Though, right? Because like if it's only like
because I don't
you know
have
like
an hour for that.
5 minutes, then the first 90% is what
Not
like
that long, I
yeah,
suppose,
couple-
man.
like
I
4
don't know,
minutes and
it's
some.
still,
Yeah, the first night. Like, I mean, the
But the
angle,
last
Yeah,
last
you're looking
few
at,
minutes-
like,
angle is the
30
the
seconds
last
compared to
10.
4.5 seconds, or 4.5 minutes.
but the outcome is all that matters.
yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Next question.
Um,
Oh,
4G audio.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
What is that even a question about?
4G audio.
That's my list.
Yes. Oh, we got.
That's all you got.
I don't know.
We hit quite a bit.
Yeah, that's so like the next step is to put you on the spot and maybe pick a random beat and see if you can
Yeah.
give us
Wanna
some of
do
that
that?
fire. Like I said, that was been a good segue earlier when I was talking about fire, and then I wanted to do that.
Yo, well, drums or guitar?
Yeah, drums or guitar? Fuck, man. Fuck, drums. I'm
Word.
gonna say drums.
All right.
But
Or-
I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with that. Guitar,
Yeah.
when it's played sick,
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Driving or biking?
Biking, bro. Like, I love driving. Don't get me wrong.
I was
but-
kind of shocked on that answer.
Yeah,
to be
no,
honest,
like
so-
I like driving, but biking, like especially with the homies, it's fun as hell.
cell phones or telephones.
Like landlines.
I was gonna do the same thing.
So
Vacay or staycay?
like, yo, during the winter or during the summer, like honestly, a staycay can be pretty nice. Honestly, like, staycays are pretty required. Like, you know, like a nice like week at home
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
just cool, not really fuck with anybody.
absolutely.
Those are nice.
Just completely-
Vacays are sick too. Like, vacays are important as well. You got to be able
Give
to
you some
get
perspective.
get away
man.
from the hometown. And shit.
Depends on how you get there too, because like you say, flying. Like
Yeah.
the question earlier, you said
Yeah.
like flying, man, that could be stressful. Sometimes I go on vacation and I need a vacation from my
From
vacation.
vacation. Yeah, exactly. Staycations are key, bro. Chill with the main thing. You know what I mean? Like, you order pizza. I was gonna say a couple pizzas. That's insane. No. Order pizza. You know,
Sometimes.
watch some nice movies. You know.
Yeah,
Fucking,
yeah.
it's important. It's important. Chill
It
with
is, man.
chill with the dog, chill with the cat, you know what I mean? Like, you know, chill with your close homies who you haven't seen in a bit. That's just important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Okay, stop. Hawaii again.
Yeah, sick.
Hawaii again.
Where in Hawaii?
Maui.
Maui.
Fuck yeah.
Maui.
Fuck yeah. I love
And you've
Maui.
been
Someone's
there?
getting a call,
Yeah,
I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Next step is next spot though. I'm pretty sure is Croatia. I'm gonna go
Yeah?
visit Croatia.
Oh damn!
Apparently, some of the nicest beaches there, man.
If I'm not mistaken, they just won the fucking World Cup last year in soccer.
That's how they got on my
Football?
radar, bro. Like, Croatia became like an idea. I'm gonna go, but it became an idea. Like, I was sick. Like, I got really sick. Like, I caught like the flu last year
Okay.
around like the time of the World Cup, and like, I started binge watching the show because I had nothing else to do. I was at home sick, you know.
Yeah.
So I started binge watching the show. It was garbage. I forget what it was. It was trash. But the characters end up in Croatia,
Okay.
and they don't really explain it to like the last episode. But like for the three previous episodes before the last one, they're just at these like beautiful beaches, at this beautiful like, you know, villa on the beach, and I'm like, man, like the whole time I'm thinking, man, this place is beautiful. Like,
No
I
doubt.
want to go there, you know? And then like They were like, oh yeah, this is like back in Croatia, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, oh, Croatia, okay, interesting, cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know Croatia was like that. I didn't know what I thought it was, but I didn't think it was like that.
Yeah.
And then Croatia won the World Cup
Last summer.
and
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I heard
It's
it
a
on the
sign.
news.
It's
Like I
it's
was in a
all
cab.
signs are pointing to.
I was in a cab, just sick, like destroyed, going into work to like open or some shit. I was just like demolished, and then they said it on the radio. It's like Croatia wins, like, and I was like, and then like the thing that put me over the edge wasn't even anything as serious as that. It was just like I went on Instagram like one day that same week being sick, and the first person on my feed, like the first post on my feed was tagged in Croatia, and I was like, it was the same day they won the World Cup or whatever, and they just happened to be there, and like these people weren't watching the World Cup. There's no way they were, and I was just like, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go see what's up.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see what's up.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, man.
That's one for the bucket list.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, good.
All right, well, what about starting a little fire here?
A little.
You got the kindling over there?
Fuck yeah. Could I have a quick little brewski?
Yeah.
Oh,
And the man a little
Just
por
to
favor.
I got some
Dos
water too.
Cerveza.
Yo, pro tip: drink water.
That's a very pro tip.
Pro
Pro
tip:
tip.
drink water.
I drink lots of water. There's a good tip.
In terms of the beat, let's do a boom bap thing.
Yep.
That's a little bit more serious.
All right.
A little more serious. I got
A
it.
little more serious.
Yeah, alright. I got you. Hey, you can pass it. You can pass it.
Yeah.
I got more.
Am I going first?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
it's you.
shit.
It's all you.
I can't open this, so
I got you
Yeah.
here. Sorry, man.
yeah, yo. Look, I ain't no pack mule, I'm the alpaca. Spitting in the face of any rapper trying to act up. Llama, the Magnum, the Semi or the Otto. Bumping in your city from Grenada to Toronto. Look, I ain't no pack mule, I'm the alpaca. Spitting in the face of any rapper trying to act up. Llama, the Magnum, the Semi or the Otto. Bumping in your city from Grenada to Toronto. Oh no, here we go again. The local hero up in local hero sipping on a triple gin. Go and tell a friend, you thought it was over, you counted me out for the count, but that'll never stop. I'll never throw the towel in. I'm towering at 6'2". When I ain't slouching on the couch and off of 262. Stanley Kubrick on the boob tube. I guess it's right, I got some loose screws. The crew, they got some new tools. We call them new sticks too.
Yeah.
Dashype. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Anyone else gonna hop on there?
Keep it. How long left is on this beat?
You got it.
Hey, hit him.
Yo. Here I go
Stand up,
again
bro.
with that, the tight flow with that, the mic, so I might go slow. No, I might go slow. Here I go again with that, the tight flow. Yo, here I go again, yo. No, here I go again. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. I do this all the time, yo. I'm like a lost soul walking this globe with no hope, no goals to uphold, cause I chose to smoke dope, so I rolled up the dro. I take another toke, cause I'm strolling up the road, blowing nose with the smoke. I get this feeling in my toes, it rose to my throat, and then I get that bloody nose, and I started to float. Either I just overdosed or I'm having a stroke. Either way, I'm seeing ghosts. There's a man in a cloak, and he's getting ever closer and closer and close. And this is what he spoke. He said it's all just been a hoax. Your mind is playing jokes on your body, I suppose. That's just the way it goes when you're losing all control. So I came to let you know this is how it goes. Yo, that's
Yo,
show.
I walk out on stage, step into the spotlight. J in my left hand, mic stand upright. I light it up and hit some, then I come in on the kick drum, tell them I want it all and then some. Yeah, rising up from the underground, I see haters smiles. turn upside down. I'm the fucking king, and I'm coming for my crown. Hands down, I'm the best. Ain't gonna fucking rest. I complete my damn quest, yo. And once I touch the mic, it's gonna be a quick fight. Ballin' like Mike, got victory in my sights. B-show on the track, ain't never holding back. Couple G's in the sack, the rest is out back. Yeah, rolled up like the mob, always smoking with my squad. Either chillin', playing COD, or working hard for the applaud. It comes at the end of the show, so please just let me know that my boys and I will make it to the finish line.
Raka.
Yeah, fire.
I love it.
That was fire.
That was dope.
Y'all are sick.
Dope.
You are sick.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
thanks, man.
That was sick for sure.
Fucking
That's
right.
always fun. I love spitting with the guests.
That's
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, thanks for coming out, bro.
Oh, yo,
Yeah,
I
fucking
appreciate
right,
you guys
man.
having me.
No,
For
man.
real.
Anytime.
Seriously,
I'll have you on
man.
again anytime.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking right,
Anything
man.
you want to plug
Cheers
at the
to you,
moment?
man.
Anything I
Yeah,
want to
tell us what you're doing. Fucking.
Okay, Out of Space featuring Lil G to Don coming out.
Yeah.
Keep a very close eye out in the next couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. Next couple weeks.
Yeah, man. Otherwise,
No
like,
set date yet.
I just want to take a moment to like apologize for the people who consider themselves fans of Dashype, man. Like I've been on like a pretty big hiatus.
Yo,
Life
Me
is
too.
life is crazy. Life is crazy. That's all I have to
No
say.
doubt,
But
man.
at the same time, I got to keep it real. And I'm gonna keep pushing forward, man. I'm gonna keep dropping music. I'm gonna keep dropping, not just what the people want, but stuff that I like need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm gonna
That's-
keep doing it. You know, like I'm gonna bounce around. I'm never gonna be dropping the same music ever. Like,
Yeah.
ever. And then that's for y'all, but that's for me. You know, y'all are always gonna be hearing something different from my end. So
Stay tuned.
Get your
Yeah.
eyes
stay
and
tuned.
ears
Stay
open.
tuned. Thank you guys at
Thank
4G
you,
Audio.
man. Fuck.
That's what's up.
Yeah, shout out to all the homies. I name drop, but like there's too many.
Yeah.
You
You
know
don't,
who
don't
you
want to miss
are.
anybody. Yeah.
Straight up. But yeah, no, thank you guys, man. I appreciate it.
Fucking
This is
right, man.
cool. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
cool. Also, you guys, like, I appreciate you guys have the first Dashype interview. The first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
4G audio
man.
exclusive.
Hell
shit.
yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Fucking
Yeah.
right, yeah. Somebody let me take control of their fucking podcast the other day over my phone. It was fucking crazy. It wasn't crazy. It was just me talking like this right now. But anyways, yeah, gang.
Wah.
Thanks, Dashype, for
Oh.
showing up.
Yeah, man.
Fucking right.
That's what's
Thanks
up.
everybody for everyone else for showing up.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Shout
for
out
real.
to Atlas
Thanks for
and the
watching.
cat's name,
That's Marley.
Marley. Okay, yeah, and everybody else. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Straight
Subscribe.
up.
Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow
Yeah.
us on all the socials.
Hit the
Thank you.
bell and shit.
Smash that
You know
like.
what it is.
Yes.
All right. We'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all.